With us, the head coach of the Cavaliers, Dane Damron, UVA, is set to open up the home portion of its South Atlantic Conference schedule this weekend against Limestone. Kickoff 2 o'clock Saturday from Smith Stadium. Coach, coming off a tough one, 28-24 loss on the road at Barton. We'll recap that game first. For my money, I thought the last 30 minutes of that game was probably the best we've played offensively in a long time here.
Oh, absolutely. And being able to run the ball and throw the ball, I don't think there's any question. We've been searching for an identity. Hopefully, we found somewhat of one. But I thought, our kids came out at halftime and had enough. We just hadn't been playing good. We'd played 6 quarters of really bad football, and I don't guess I should say that. The first half we moved the ball. We just continued to get a couple of bad penalties or whatever it was in the way that we're constructed. Third and 20 is not a good down and distance for us. And but yeah, I thought they played well. I thought defensively we were lights out all but 5 plays. And that's what I told our kids yesterday. The thing about playing defense, you can't be really good for just 2 downs and then give one up on third. You've got to be locked in for every one. The big stop before halftime allowed us to stay in the game defensively, and then we came out. We came out in the second half and played really well. And, it was good to see us play. All 3 facets of the game, and we just ran out of time.
Coach, I think you also may have finally found a go-to receiver. I know you, your staff, folks around the program, looking for Dorian Goddard to break out since he's been here. Some personal conversations I had with Dorian over camp seemed to be healthy, and he really showed what he's capable of doing there in that game Saturday.
Yeah, he's leading the league in catches. I think he's got 20 receptions, and we've got to be creative with some ways to get him the football, because I think he's one of the he's different than a lot of the receivers. He's not that elite speed guy. He's got really good speed. He's not a tight end because he can do a whole lot of stuff a tight end can do. He's more in the NFL tight end mode you're seeing now, where he can block at the point of attack and do some things like that. So he made some huge catches. I think the one there on third down, I thought he got the first down. Our whole sideline thought he got the first down. Our whole fan base thought he got the first down. Barton's whole fan base thought he got the first down. Barton's TV crew thought he got the first down. But he didn't get the first down. But he played incredibly well. I thought our offensive line was good. 3 running backs played really well. Tyreek Hall was actually got in there as our fourth and did a couple of decent things. So we played good. And Daryl, as I've told you, I think we've got a good football team. We got a razor thin margin of error. And if we stay within our margin of error, we got a chance to win every game we play. But if we get outside of that margin of error, our chances really slip. And so we just got to continue to hold in on what we can do and just keep trying to do that.
Last question about last week. We'll move ahead to this week's game. And I'm not asking you to give away any national secrets here. Some guys got dinged up in that game. Overall, now that you've had a few days to assess, are you relatively healthy? And again, just in a broad sense, not asking anybody specifically.
Well, I think we're as healthy as you can be through 3 games. We had 2 offensive linemen go down. I think one of them will be back. I don't know if the other one will. I think we'll get some of our secondary kids out. Patrick Taylor didn't make the trip because he was sick, and hopefully he'll be back because that'll help. And then, I think we'll get one of our 2 corners back. But we'll see. That we leave that to the trainer. I don't get involved in that. They tell me they can play. If they can't, next man up. And we'll get that. We'll see how that shakes out. If they don't practice on Thursday, they won't play on Saturday.
Coach, looking ahead to Limestone now, and it's a team with a head coach. It's a former NFL receiver. An associate head coach who's a former NFL receiver. Odds are they're going to be pretty good offensively. They come into this game leading the league in offense, over 465 yards a game. Your first impression on the Saints and maybe some of the challenges they present as they come in here Saturday?
Oh, they're freakishly talented. They can run. You can tell there that they're committed to going out and getting kids. they've got 30+ transfers. Last year they had that or more. So it's obvious what they're trying to do. They're trying to, sink a boatload of money into the program and get the best players that they can get. And it's obviously that they're doing that because they're as talented, as any team will probably play. I think Coach Furry does a great job with them offensively, defensively, and they're, what you see is what you get. And they just say, here we are. And, I mean that in a good way. Their kids know where they're supposed to line up. They know what they're supposed to do. They're very, very sound structurally, defensively. And then offensively, they pose a lot of problems because they're fast and got a lot of kids that can run. So we'll have to play really good to be in this one.
Kickoff Saturday, 2 o'clock at home from Carl Smith Stadium. Coach, good luck.
Thanks, Darryl.